Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick video. I know when you were looking at the PowerPoint presentation about factoring that they did grouping when you had a trinomial and your A value was greater than 1. And I actually teach my kids to do a method called slide, divide, and bottoms up. Hopefully this can be helpful to you guys. It basically takes a lot less time and you don't have to worry about doing anything with GCF and grouping. However, before you ever get started, you should always check for a GCF first. And I'm looking at this trinomial 3x squared minus 17x plus 10. And that does not have a GCF. But we are going to start by sliding the A value to the 10. And when we slide the A value to the 10, that leaves me x squared minus 17x. And that's going to be plus 30 because you multiply them together. So at this point, I need to find two numbers that multiply to give me 30, but those same two numbers will add to give me negative 17. So the two numbers that I know will work for that are going to be 2 and 15, but in order to make multiplication to be positive 30 and addition to be negative 17, we need to make it negative 2 and negative 15. So we're going to put it back together in our linear binomial. So that's going to be x minus 2, x minus 15. Now, at this point, don't think that you're done. So you have done the slide, now you need to divide. And divide basically means that I'm going to divide by the number that I slid. So I need to undo that multiplication that I did initially. And at this point, we're going to simplify. So 2 over 3 is going to stay 2 over 3. But when I look at 15 over 3, that's going to simplify. And that's going to give me minus 5. So I have x minus 2 over 3, x minus 5. And then finally, the last part is to bottoms up. Bottoms up means to mean anything in the denominator, bring it back up in front of the variable. So my final simplified form and factored form is going to be 3x minus 2, x minus 5. And if you go back to the example in that presentation, I think it's actually a PDF, but it was initially a PowerPoint. That's the exact same example that was in there. And just to give you a little bit more, so I have 9x squared minus 3x minus 12. The first thing I'm going to look for is that GCF, and I should recognize that I have a GCF of 3. So I'm going to pull that 3 out, and that's going to leave me with 3x squared minus x minus 4. And then in this parentheses, I now have a trinomial that I'm going to do that slide divide method. All right, so I'm going to slide the 3 over to the 4, and that's going to give me x squared minus x minus 12, because I'm going to multiply it together. And this 3, the 3 that was the GCF, you will continue to bring down because it's still part of the problem. So I need two numbers that I can multiply to give me negative 12, but I need to be able to add to get negative 1. So the two numbers that are going to make that work are going to be 3 and 4, but I need to make my 4 negative. So again, I'm going to bring down my GCF of 3. I'm going to put those numbers in linear binomials. So that's going to be x plus 3, x minus 4. And I've done the slide. Now I need to go back and do the divide. So I'm going to divide by the number I slid, which was 3. And simplify. So again, my GCF is still 3. I'm going to bring it down. So 3 divided by 3, that's going to turn into positive 1. And 4 over 3 is going to remain the same. And finally, bottoms up. You're going to take the bottom number and move it up in front of the variable. So this is going to be in factored form completely as 3 times x plus 1 times 3x minus 4. hopefully this method will help you. My kids seem to like it a lot better than grouping. If you have any questions, let me know.